Hey, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel, broad lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Aki Mahalaya coming back with another lesson. Lord's will be edifying. man. You Jake women are losing, man. KEISHA, you are losing your power, baby girl. All right. This goes by the Olympic runner by the name of Sha'Carri Richardson. Like they say, you could take KEISHA out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of KEISHA. But while I was researching this article, it went into some discrepancies of her testing positive for marijuana or THC prior to running in the Olympics. So she was pretty much disqualified for it. But it was a Russian runner that, of course, she's an Edomite that tested positive for another drug that was banned, used by what they call the doping agency. Basically, what they reinstated the Russians' Edomite woman ability to compete in the competition, while they banned Sha'Carri Richardson, which she said is a sign of pretty much her race. And while I can agree with that, but see, that's what you black women get, man, because, hey, you know, you've been trusting in this society. You've been trusting in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, because you've been able to get goodies, you've been able to live on a high horse, you've been able to lord over men and treat men accordingly to their financial status in the world. In their failures, you're able to kind of manipulate men into lord over them with those barbaric tactics. But now you're realizing that you're a woman of color. You still have no right. All right. You were a tool that was used to destroy the Israelite men, nothing more, nothing less. Okay, Esau didn't put you in power or alleged power because you were just so-called smarter than him, or you were just the prime possession. You were used as a tool to destroy your men. You were a weapon. You were the bullet in a chamber that Esau pulled the trigger to destroy the Israelite men. That's the only reason why you were allowed to do the things you do. Not for your freedom, okay? Not for your liberty, not for your welfare or benefit in society, because obviously they don't want you women even working in society, mainly you black women. They don't want you reaching certain salary caps, etc. All right. But you were just a tool used to destroy yourself and your men and your children. And you succeeded greatly in that. It's about the only thing you succeeded in, honestly. But now she's seeing the vote of this devil. Okay. Like we've been warning KEISHA for a long time, man. Hey, this world ain't for you. Because remember, you was in the fucking cotton fields picking cotton with us. Okay. Just because you got out of the cotton fields and you was able to sit on Master's rod and bounce up and down, you know, you became subservient to that and you became willing to do it if it gave you a higher position in society. Now look at it. Sha'Carri Richardson. It says U.S. sprinter barred from Olympic for marijuana use, says the only difference between her and Valieva is their race. Okay, which you may have a point. But this society is catered towards or is gearing towards the catering of Edomites, not you Israelites, okay? Not you Moabites. Well, I take that back. They cater more to you than they will cater to people of color, put it to you that way. All right, but you Negro, Latino, and Native American, this society was not set up to cater to you, period, okay? And she found that out, all right? Like I said, man, you could take a hoe out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of a hoe. You know, and prime example, she looks like a complete fool. You know, out of all the runners that's participating in this event, she's the only one that looks like a fucking circus clown. You know, being extra and shit, putting a bad, even lower stifling on our people. Because this is ridiculous. She's the only woman out there, the Negro black woman, okay? Because you had West Indian women out there too, okay? Just looking regular, you know, regular hair, regular nails, and they're just doing what they're doing. But of course, you got to have the American Negro Judite. They got to be extra, man, okay? Pretending to be something that she's not, okay? Looking to suck up to her oppressors by looking like them, but still, you've been disbarred by their ass, man, which is a foolish thing, okay? She got this long fucking red hair or this orange hair, whatever you want to call it. She got these long fingernails, got these eyelashes, but yet you got this Edomite chick to the right. She's just looking normal. She's not going on her way to steal a stifling of your culture, though they want to be us. But hey, they're obviously she's comfortable in her own skin because hey, Negro culture is so degraded. Who would want to take out the black culture? You got to be stupid, you know? Because black culture is nothing but death, all right? But it says here, Sha'Carri Richardson questioned the decision to allow Camila Valieva to compete in the Olympics after failing the drug test, okay? She failed the drug test too. But like I said, man, this society is not geared towards our people. It says the American sprinter was not allowed to compete at the Tokyo Olympics after testing positive for marijuana. But the only difference I see is I'm black, young, and a black young lady. And really, you're not black and you're not a lady, okay? Basically, you are the female counterpart because a lady or a woman just means servant, okay? Lady is of a wife or a servant or what you call a maid. And you're neither one, okay? You're not that. You're not a servant to a man, okay? You're not a real woman. You're just a female with the female genitalia, so to speak, okay? But it says here, Richard said differing decisions. It says Sha'Carri Richardson, the American sprinter who was not allowed to compete in the Tokyo Olympics last summer because she smoked marijuana after her mother died, says racing had influenced the decision to allow Camila Valieva to compete at the Beijing Games after she too failed the drug test. See, the difference between you and this chick, the Edomite chick, is the fact that, see, Jake, you make weed a culture. Yes, drug use is heavy among all nations, but see, this ain't the first time she smoked weed because you got to ask yourself, people have a drug of choice. People drink, people turn to marijuana, people turn to coke, heroin, okay? They call it a coping drug, right? Well, weed, whatever you want to call it. But see, the first thing she did was turn over to hit the blunt. Everything she could have done, could have drunk herself to death, you know, or did whatever she did. But you see, the first thing she did was smoke marijuana. You know why? Because she has a history of doing this shit, okay? Before she became this sprinter track star, she probably used to get zooted before she went to her sprint training, okay? And I know that for a fact because when I used to run track and cross country, half the guys I was running with was always fucking high. I'm like, how the hell are you a runner, you're a sprinter, and you run across country, but yet you high as hell all the time? I'm like, how the hell? That's counter conducive, okay? Because at the same time, you're running for longevity purposes, but you're putting this poison in your lungs. So I never understood it, but that's what Jake do. So what make you think she's any different? Okay, it says the only difference I see is I'm black, young lady. Richard wrote on Twitter Monday as the decision concerning Valieva's participation was announced. Okay, now look at the spirit, man. It's manly as hell. It's manly. It's not feminine. It's combative. It's aggressive looking. This is not even a fucking woman, man. Okay, this woman looked like a straight up action figure with fucking eyelashes on, man. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but this is not feminine. And this is the reason why a lot of you black women are not well favored anymore. Okay, you're not favored among Esau. Okay, you're just his lapdog to do his bidding, but you're not favored among them. You're combative, you're aggressive, you're not feminine. Okay, you're not soft-spoken, you're loud, you're argumentative. Okay, you're challenging, you're too direct. Okay, you have no filter. No man wants to deal with that shit. You know, and that's not brownie points on strong or being strong. That's not considered being strong, okay? That's not a strong woman. Okay, aggressiveness is not a strong woman. Okay, they're just plain stupidity, okay, and wickedness and demonic. It's not strong. All right? A strong woman is a woman that can stand behind her man through thick and thin and knowing how to submit. That's a strong woman. Being able to submit in a world that's teaching you not to submit. That's a strong woman, not somebody that's able to go tat for tat with you in an argument or trying to voice their opinion over your fact. That's not a strong woman, okay? That's just called get your ass left behind, okay? Because men in 2022 not dealing with that type of idealistic behavior, man, all right? But anyway, it says, can we get a solid answer on the difference of my situation and mine? She added, but my mother died and I can't run and was also favored to top place 3. But yeah, last year you got smoked, though. Okay, and you smoking blunts, you ain't gonna get in top 3 because you ain't in no shape, you know. But it says Valieva tested positive for the banned drug, what is it called, trimetazidine or trimetazidine, Salakia, a medicine usually used to treat angina attacks, but it's also known to improve endurance for athletes. It's almost like a steroid. But in a December drug test, but it says once the news of the failed test surfaced, the 15-year-old Russian was slapped with the immediate suspicion from the games. But the courts of the arbitration or Arbitration for Sports CAS reversed the decision on Monday, paving the way for Valieva to compete in Tuesday's singles figure skating event. It says the teenager is favored to win the gold through the IOC announced that she would be ineligible to win a medal until her doping case is closed. But Richardson, meanwhile, was barred from the competing at the Olympics by the U.S. anti-doping agency after testing positive for THC, the main psychoactive compound in marijuana, at the Olympic trials before the Tokyo Games. It says Richardson said she used marijuana upon learning of her mother's death, or biological mother, a few days before the U.S. Olympic team trials began. But the U.S. track and field star said a reporter inadvertently broke the news of our biological mother's death, and she used cannabis to cope with the state of an emotional panic that ensued, she said. Okay, now, I don't know the situation between her and her mother, okay, but just off the strength of it, I could tell you that she's probably a constant weed smoker, and they probably overturned the other chick, doping charge because they probably justified hers as to being something medical when yours is just used to cope with stress. So they're not gonna look at yours as a legitimate fact, okay? And that's the downside about being an Israelite in a society, okay? You don't have the liberty to do what the other nations do, man, okay? That's just what it is, okay? So this is the book of Isaiah 32. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech," okay? This message is to you Black, Hispanic, and Native American women. You seem to forget your place, okay? And you seem to forget the type of hatred that Esau has for us all, okay? You seem to forget that, hey, you was in the cotton fields picking slaves with your so-called black man. You seem to forget that, right? You seem to forget that you was getting beat and thrown in a steam box for being disobedient or trying to run away. And they showed you that on Django, man. Okay, you get beat, then you get popped by the master. All right. It says here, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." It says, "For the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." And I'm assuming that Sha'Carri, she uses this track and field thing as a means to live. But if she keeps getting in bad press, then eventually they're just gonna bar her from the whole games itself. And then what she's gonna do? Go back to working at what? Fucking McDonald's, White Castles, Wendy's, JCPenney, you know, which I'm not knocking the jobs and shit for like people do to make a living. But a woman like this thinks she's above her means, man. The reality of it is Esau can send your ass right back to the hood where you came from. You know, and all that proud shit you doing, you just be another thought twerking at a block party, man. Okay, and that's just the truth. Because our women seem to miss the step. They seem to forget their place in the society, man. You know? And hey, one thing about it, men are not going to come to your rescue in this day, okay? Because men, they feel defeated by women. They feel beaten down by the women, okay? They feel they have no support there, no moral, no emotional, no physical, no financial support. Is nothing. You know, everything falls on the shoulder of a man, and the odds are against him 10-1. You know, that's like asking a car with a broken cylinder head to make it from here to California without breaking down. How? When the cylinder heads are broken. At least fix the motherfucker up so he can't make it, you know? But see, now the reversal or the roles of reversal are falling upon you because now, hey, look at your situation. You know, she's looking like, well, why? Why this? Why that? Well, for one thing, because you're an Israelite, all right? And they don't give a damn about your ass. You are in slavery. You seem to forget. It says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women." It says, "For the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." All right, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease, and be troubled, ye careless ones." And she was careless because in their mindset, only thing they worried about is getting the American dream, which the American dream is not attainable by you Israelites. Now, don't get me wrong. You have some sellouts among our people that actually make it, but even then, they're only able to go so far. Like I was looking at these clips of Shaquille O'Neal, or Shaq, as they were talking about that he's worth 400 million, but he's a fucking coon, man. All right, he's a fucking coon. Period. He's doing stupid shit. He's spending millions of dollars on Lamborghinis and shit he don't need, living totally beyond his means. He got a fucking woman that any day now she may divorce him and take everything he got. All right, and he's doing stupid coonish acts in order to remain relevant after the nigga retired over 10 years ago. So he's just an example as to one of many sellouts of our people because Shaq sold his soul to get where he's at, okay? He sold his soul and he's a fucking big, giant retard, man. All right? I mean, it is what it is. You know, that money ain't gonna mean nothing to him when his ass is broke because honestly, the way he's going, he'll be broke in another year or two. if he keeps this shit up. And it says here, tremble ye women that are at ease, and be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, meaning you're gonna be humble. Okay, you're gonna be humble, man. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have mainly brothers that's gonna wake up in this thing. That's gonna be delivered. Most of you women, you're not, slack, I got something on my teeth, but you're not gonna be delivered from the common destruction, man. Okay, but the ones of you that's rocking with the men of the Lord, and that's rocking with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai by working with the men of the Lord, you'll make it. But the majority of our women, they're not gonna make it, man. Okay, these KEISHAs, these KEISHAs, these Kims, you know, these Shanikas and all this other shit, Tamikas, all these, they not gonna make it out of here, man. They don't want to make it out of here. They trying to go back to Babylon. They pulling a Lot's wife. You know, they worried about what they gonna be doing next year. Oh, well, I gotta get the bag. 2022 is already been a year of turn up, man. 2023, hey, Lord's will, we don't make it there. All right, hopefully this place is destroyed, but let's just say if we continue to go on, the Lord permits it, 2023 is going to be an even more pivotal year of judgment and destruction, man. Okay? Because, hey, every year that goes by, the Most High turns things up a notch until the end all be all. Because sooner or later, we're not going to be able to even navigate around this society for the most part, because everything is going to be locked down through martial law. Because Esau is getting ready to do something big. Like the brother uploaded a video yesterday of Trump saying the quiet before the storm. Okay? And if you look at it, we're in a storm right now. Because you go to certain grocery stores, you barely have food on the shelf. Okay, you barely got produce. You know, people are stockpiling food, and then stores are not hoarding, and now they're activating certain forces in Canada to stop the national trucker strike because they don't want to deal with the jab. It's going to be chaotic here. It's going to be chaos in the streets of America very soon. So ain't nobody going to be going nowhere for real but into a damn detention center. It's all this career woman, high value oriented bullshit is getting ready to be set the hell down for good. It's going to be stomped out. You know, you women getting ready to be stomped out too, man. Okay, for basically turning your back on your Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and your men. Because that's because a lot of you women don't care about the whole truth or the Israelite thing. Doesn't mean you ain't held accountable by the commandments, man. You were held accountable for it because this is your heritage, whether you like it or not. You know, like Sha'Carri Richardson, I'm pretty sure she heard of the Israelites. You know, she probably got men in her family that's Israelites that's probably in camps. You know, I wouldn't doubt that at all. It's like everybody got an Israelite or two in their family now doing a work of some kind. But you think she cares about this faith? Hell no. She'd rather be an African American and what Esau told her versus the identity that the Holy Bible gave her. You see what I'm saying? She'd rather wear tiger stripe wigs and fingernails and shit like that in order to make her calling in Babylon sure versus bowing down to the Most High and keep his commandments and becoming a wife of a man of the Lord, which I don't think no man of the Lord would want her. Honestly, I mean, honestly, quiet as kept. She got to go through a whole transformation age for a man to even take a chance on her. But fucking Rodney and Tay-Tay, they'll take that demon. You know, all you simp-ass niggas that celebrate this Lupercalia holiday, All Saints, well, not All Saints Day, St. Valentine's Day, okay? Look up Lupercalia back in the Roman Empire and look what the festival was about, orgies and sacrifice, bloodshed, okay? And fast forward into the early 1900s of the St. Valentine's Day massacre, all right? And the Lord is making mockery of your holy days, man, because, hey, all these holidays are falling on Shabbats, on Sabbaths, man. And the Lord is condemning you niggas, man, okay? Because, hey, we just had the Feast of Purim between, I believe it was the 13th through the 15th, if I'm not mistaken. Purim, which represents us not being brought back into captivity, okay, under the noble acts of Mordecai the Jew. He basically didn't bow down to the fucking woman, man, all right? And the Lord blessed us for that. I think that was in the time of Esther, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, man, he didn't fall for the bullshit. And we didn't go into captivity, and we celebrated that. And what are the chances that you niggas, Valentine's Day, fell on the 14th of this month during the time of a high holy day? Ain't that something? So the Lord is condemning you niggas, man, because for the last few years, mainly all the high holy days of the Bible fell on Sabbaths, man. New Year's Eve, hey, I think that was on a Shabbat, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was on a Sabbath from Friday to Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, because these days are jumping hella quick. But yeah, I think that was. And guess what we were doing on New Year's Eve? We did the New Year's Eve destruction show. You know, it was teaching the word. Same thing with the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, all that other bullshit, man. We was, doing the work of the Most High and just chilling. We wasn't engaging in all this bullshit, this wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't engaging in that, you know? Anyway, it says, and they shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields and for the fruitful vine, okay? Right, because you're going to be longing for the dog days of America. I remember we used to get the book of food stamps. I remember we used to be able to buy 5 wigs for the dub. You know what I'm saying? Get eyelashes 2 for 1. Blowout sale. Shit, get 9 fingernails, get 1 free. That shit is gone, man. You know what I mean? So y'all can hang it up, bro. It's done. All right. Yep. Psalms 3 and 31. All right. It says here, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. And Shakari, she envied the oppressor. I mean, look at her. This is envious of the oppressor right here. I mean, look at her. She looks like a total fucking fool, bro. You know? And I ain't even trying to throw no smoke at her, but it's just the truth. She looks foolish. This is a foolish woman, man. This is a foolish woman, and she's clamorous as hell. You know? Like, you look like a damn fool. Them other chicks out there, they laughing at you. They don't respect you. They don't respect you. They look at it like you just another hood, thought from the hood. Look at this hood thought. And like I said, she was running with fucking women from Belize, women from Belgium, women from the islands, Dominican Republic, you know, the Barbados, you know, running with different Asherite women, Benjamite women. They all looking like they supposed to do. And the Benjamite woman is just a typical nigga woman with an accent. But yet she ain't even doing all this. At least not the American ones. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on, man. But you out there making yourself looking like a fool. All right. Once again, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Right. Who's the oppressor? Esau. All right. Because they taught you that's the way you're supposed to look. And they taught you that's the way you're supposed to behave. All right. So that just where it's at, man. And the spirit of the Lord, man, is getting ready to stomp out the spirit of you proud, you clamorous women, man. All right. Many days and years you should be troubled. So you're losing your so-called hedge in Babylon the Great. And hey, Esau, he's coming for that head, man. And with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and a Baba Ball.